Hi everyone, this is Kathleen with Windy Chaos, and I'm here today to show you a new sticker kit that's brand new in the shop. It's called Belize, and it is a travel destination, but also a really sweet summery tropical vibe kit. So even if you've never been to Belize or you're not going to Belize or whatever, I think you'll find that this kit is super adaptable when you want to have that spark of sunshine in your planner or just kind of love a tropical vibe. These are brighter colors than I normally do. But it's that same kind of watercolor feel that I personally just love. And it's got some sweet little funky, I don't want to say tribal, but I guess in some ways it is. I don't know. But that kind of Aztec-y Mayan vibe to it as well. Not huge, but a little bit in there. And let's take a dive into the kit. I do want to tell you up front, you get 3 sticker books when you buy a kit from me, and that's because I format the sticker books in 3 different file formats. If you're a Good Notes planner, there's a Good Notes file. If you're a Noteful planner, there's a Noteful file. And if you're a Zoom Notes planner, there's a Zoom Notes file. So I'm filming this in Zoom Notes because that's my preferred planner app. I just love it. It just checks all the boxes for me. And I swear one day I'm going to get back to doing some more videos, but I'm just trying to keep up with a weekly release at this point. I may have to shift that here in the future. I don't know. To meet with some other goals that I have. But here we go. This first page is just some information about the company, some links there, and your font information, and also the color thing, but this is wrong, so I'll have to change that. Just on this page, it's on the other pages, it's right. Our first page here, see, there we go. There's our color palette. Sometimes it does little funky things like that. I hate that, but I will fix it. And anyhow, so we've got the calendar here, calendar bits, and we've got the deco dates, and we've got date dots, and then we've got the date in this kind of fun double stroke dark one, and then we've got this really fun loose teal, and then this kind of fun Aztec-y Mayan feel font as well. And these are kind of opaque, so you can see it darkens. You can see through them, so that's kind of cool. And then let's go into this one. Then we've got the days of the week in curves. And so this is really a fun font as well. And then we've got the time little bits there at the bottom as well, with the fun kind of, again, that Aztec-y bit. And then we've got the days of the week in abbreviations, and the circles, which I'm a huge fan of the circles. I think they're really fun. And then we've got the months, and we did kind of this little hibiscus with this bright pink, and again, that really fun font there. And now we're into the clip art, which is always my favorite part of every kit. So we've got an airplane, we've got the sign with the words spelled out Belize, we've got that cool sinkhole that they have there, this beautiful canal, a little bit of text, sunshine kisses, endless wishes, a fishing shack, little casitas on the beach. And that one says, blue skies, bluer seas, Belize, please. And then this page is kind of more of like the cultural stuff, I guess. This one says, but first Mai Tais. I don't drink, but I think that's kind of fun, and you know, non-alcoholic Mai Tais are delicious. So anyhow, we've got this little couple who is dining seaside, a bowl of ceviche, Johnny cakes, rice and beans, and then these beautiful hands with the traditional mortar and pestle where they make the tortillas. And so you've got some little food things there. Then we've got the traditional drummers, a Mayan ruin, and they do these really cute, colorful golf carts there. This one says flip-flop time, hammock time, vacation time, and jungle trails and sandy tails. And then on this page, we have kind of this under the sea seaside theme. I love this. Wait, hang on. Did I miss? Nope, I didn't. Okay, sorry. This is so pretty, and it is, you know, there's no background there, so it looks really neat, all kind of layered up. So we have kind of this coral reef, ocean waves, carefree days. Then I've got one that's kind of like a square shape and a corner with a sea turtle. And then we've got a pier, and we've got the cave tubing that's really popular, another little sea turtle, waterfalls, and then this one, you can pull this out to make it a wide sea turtle. So I think those are really, really pretty and would make really stunning backgrounds for whatever you wanted to do. This was what I was looking for. And then we've got this girl on the beach. We've got a sun hat. We've got sunglasses and suntan oil. Time to relax. Then we've got the rainforest, a beach tote, and then two of these beautiful jaguars in the rainforest with the tropical flowers around. Okay, and then we have all these labels, which are, of course, part of that whole color palette. And then we have 8 that are part of the patterns. Then we've got the shapes that mimic other planner shapes that you might have from other creators, and which means that they work perfect with their widgets as well. I don't do a ton of widgets in my own planning, but I do love using these shapes for covering things up, to use like as a Dutch door or something like that, or just putting a really simple list widget on top. That's kind of fun. And then at the bottom here, we have some that actually have a little bit of the clip art worked into them as well. And then we've got what I call planner bits, and that gives you all the little corners. And then you've got these sweet gift tags that have all the ribbons. Got the photo frames. Got a few little photo captions. Fun in the sun, hello sunshine, in the jungle, beach day. These little productivity scales or rate the day scales are there too. And then we've got these little pockets, which are so much fun. You can tuck photos into them. You can tuck gift cards into them. Like this one is, let me move this guy out of the way. It kind of gives that vellum effect. So I think that is super neat. I love this wave pattern. And then this one, of course, is just completely opaque. So that's great if you have like a little note that you want to just have the just the top of the paper peeking up, you know, but you wanted to obscure the actual information on it. And then we've got the washi. So you've got a wide washi, a narrow washi, and then solid lines. And then we've got some planner words here. I did include kind of a new version where the words are straight and not curved. But then we also have some little phrases that just match the theme really well. And I'm thinking about a different way to do this, so look for maybe a change in the next large kit like this. I call these whirligigs. They take the most time to do. I love doing the wee whispers because I'm just giving you the clip art, a few labels, and a color palette. These take a lot more time because of the patterns and all these little smaller bits when it comes to making the sticker books. You know, I'm moving some 500 plus stickers. Gosh, I don't even know what the final count is right now, like on this kit. But probably over 500 stickers, I'm moving them like 6 times. So that's like 3,000 fiddly bits to get a sticker kit out in 3 formats. So I'm trying to think of some ways that I can save some steps but give you all the bits at the same time. So just stay tuned on that. Sorry, there is some background road noise because I have windows open today, and I hope you're not hearing that too much. But one of the things I love about doing the bigger kits is I love doing these Dutch doors. So Dutch doors are, again, a way to kind of obscure part of your page. Sometimes you just need something that takes up a little space because you're just have a very simple day that doesn't need a bunch of different things. But sometimes it's about, you know, getting to just add that little hide and seek element. So this one I think is really pretty. I did kind of waves and just kept increasing the opacity to where it just looks layered. And then we've got this pretty yellow. These are great for just kind of collecting them so that you have them in all the different colors, you know. And then this one's cute because it kind of has this I don't know, this cutaway edge that's really cool. And then this one's really just, this feels like something I would make myself with a piece of paper. Like I'd punch that edge and I'd add some little bit of washi to the edge there and just make it fun. And it has that pretty hibiscus. And then these are called waterfalls, and they appear to be several papers stacked together. And digitally, they are several papers stacked together, but they don't flip individually. So it's just a really fun effect of stacked papers with a little bit of edge reveal on each of them. Sorry, my voice is getting all froggy. And then these are the patterns. So you've got this really beautiful floral that just feels festive and exciting. We've got this sweet little coconut pineapple with all these little yellow dots with it as well. And then we have just dots that are just all these beautiful colors. It almost looks like a pebble beach. And then we have this beautiful wave pattern that I love how that turned out. And then the other parts here are the same. They're just cropped into shapes that you might use. Say like this is closer to a portrait shape, so you don't have to do as much. You can do a little bit of resizing without having to crop as much. Sorry, I get in here and I get close and it's like, oh, I wanted to cover that whole gray bit. There we go. Same thing here. Okay, Kathleen, do your work on your own time. And then we've got the landscape as well. So if you're wanting something that's not square, that's a little easier to manipulate, then you've got that there. So, and then here they are as just textures, and these are so much fun because they have no background to them. So you can see when I get it off here onto the gray that there's no background, but there's still shading and gray parts, and it just makes a beautiful little texture behind things. That this is the dots one, the pineapples, and the waves, and I think they're pretty cool. And then you get them again where it's been cropped in a way that makes it so you don't have to do the cropping so much. And then we've got the layouts. So with the layouts, you can I like to use these portrait sizes on my landscape. I do that more than I use these landscapes. Or you can just use these strips. But it's just a nice way to put in a little bit of deco or a little bit of information, and just kind of assigns that little corner. I don't know. It just defines an area, which is kind of nice. And then we have the traditional ones that I've always do. I do bars with circles. I love this for putting those circled days of the weekend. Then we've got circles, and you see it here put together and here as separate. So you can move those groups around. And here we've got the arches, and again, that one's together, but this one's separate, and it's got that little offset. And the same thing with the hexagon. You can have those separate. And the arches flipped upside down but squished together, make kind of this cute shingle. And then we've got the squares in the same way. And then each kit I try to do something that's unique. Now this one is very much like I did in Staycation. I just thought it was just too good not to do it twice. So if you do a copy and a paste and you put these guys together, you can just have your whole week right next to each other. You could put a little space between if you wanted, have your days of the week that way. I don't know. I think it just makes a really beautiful border as well. So that, my friends, is the whole kit. Let me show you how I did some mock-ups. This is in a rings planner, and actually this is probably my favorite layout of all of them, because I kind of got to add the most elements to this one. I layered up the casitas and the Belize sign, popped in the little canal there, got to use the jaguar, and then I used that wave behind the coral. And then, like, today's goal is to fly away. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's go to Belize. Okay, now let's look at it in the landscape. And there we go. This was so fast and easy to do for a weekly. I did the pineapples in the background, did the cute little golf cart, and then just had fun with the circles and the numbers. And I just think it turned out really cute. Okay. And then here it is in portrait. This is a daily again, but I used the floral texture in the background here. Used the circle again, and then just added in some really pretty pictures. And then you've got your to-dos and your schedule and that sort of thing that you can add in there. So I hope this gives you some fun ideas for what you could do with this kit. I think I will be using it a lot this summer just for the color palette, because I think it's really, really pretty. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you'll head over to Etsy and check out all the cute kits. And I hope to have one for you next week, but I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen. I have some pressing business that I really do need to take care of, so it's a little iffy if I'll have a new kit next week, but I am sure loving getting to put these together for you, and it just makes me happy. I hope it makes you happy too. Take care. Have a great day.